shouldn't say, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
The dust. All praise.
Mexican brothers getting shot in their own driveway in front of their kids. All of these are the beginning of sorrow, right? We believe these things. We come out here every week to show our faith.
Come out here and stop you? Did we come out here to talk to you? Did we come out here to talk to you? No, we came out here to talk to our people. We came out here to spread love to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Same people, your people.
First and foremost, I want to say Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's all praises to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. We are SICARRI Phoenix. I'm Officer Ayadan here with Soldier Atazar. And for now, we're going to start off with a parable, the second Esdras. Let's go ahead and bring that out.
Book of Second Esdras, chapter 7, verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things.
Read on.
The entrance thereof is narrow.
The entrance thereof is narrow. So to get to this city, full of good things, set upon the broad field, it's a narrow passage to get to this city, right? Read.
It is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water.
And if you read this and pay attention, you'll understand that the first and second death came by water and fire. On one end and on the other is death. All right? Read.
And one only path between them both.
There's only one way to get through it. There's not multiple ways to get to this place. It's not whatever you believe, not whatever you were taught, whatever you was raised with. There's only one path to circumvent this death, to get to this beautiful place. Read.
Even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
Read on.
If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance,
If this city were given unto a man for an inheritance, read.
If he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
So this isn't automatic. You can't just get it just because of who you are. You have to pass through the danger on this narrow path in order to get it. Read.
Verse 10. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
Also is Israel's portion. So this is a parable about we as the nation of Israel inheriting the kingdom. There's only one way to do that. And it's danger on every other side. Is there more on that? On 10?
No, that was it.
That was it? That was it. Okay. So the point of this lesson is going to be how you determine who has that path. So you don't get tricked and fooled and bamboozled into following something that's going to lead you into death, where you think you're entering into paradise. All right? Give me Deuteronomy 8 and 19.
This book of Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 19. And it shall be, if thou do at all forget the Lord thy God, and walk after other gods.
So if you forget Yahweh, the Most High God, and follow after other gods, read.
And serve them.
And serve them. How do you serve them? By following their laws as opposed to the Most High God's laws. Celebrating their so-called holidays instead of the Most High's high holy days. Read.
And worship them. I testify against you this day that ye shall surely perish.
That you shall what?
Ye shall surely perish.
So that is the path to destruction. If you follow these other gods, you follow these other things, something other than thus saith the Lord. Read.
As the nations which the Lord destroyeth before your face, so shall ye perish, because ye would not be obedient unto the voice of the Lord your God.
So we, as a nation, have witnessed the destruction of Egypt. We've seen what he's done to all of our enemies every time he's come through for us. But if we go against him, he will destroy us the same way. Right? Give me 1 John 2 and 3. We'll read down to 6.
Book of 1 John chapter 2 verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments.
So if you profess to know the Most High God or his only begotten Son, we know that you know him if you keep his commandments. Read.
He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar.
So it is important that you mark anybody that preaches that they believe the Most High God, that professes to be a follower of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but doesn't keep any of these commandments. If they say, oh, all that stuff's done away with, that's old now, we don't do that anymore, they're liars. Read.
And the truth is not in him.
The truth is not in him. We need to discover who it is that has the truth, who it is that has the path to this beautiful city, right? All these other ways lead to death. Read.
But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected.
You see that? So it's those that keep his word. Read.
Hereby know we that we are in him. He that saith he abideth in him ought himself also to walk, even as he walked.
You know, because it's popular nowadays for people to tell you, oh, well, the Messiah already did that. He already kept the law perfectly. So now we don't have to. But here the scriptures are telling us that if we abide in him, we should walk as he walked. What verse was that?
That was the end of 6.
The end of 6? Yeah. Okay, come. Give me Isaiah 30 and 9. So everything that Yahushua did walking on this earth was for our example, not so we don't have to do it. We have to follow his example. He kept the laws, we keep the laws. He kept the feast, we keep the feast. He kept the faith, we keep the faith. Not just the bits and the parts that we want to do and eschew the rest, right? That's death and destruction. We want to come unto life. Choose life. Read.
Book of Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Rebellious, lying children who won't hear the law of the Lord. All right, read on.
Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things, prophesies deceits.
You see that? So they don't want you going into the Torah. They don't want you going into the prophets. They say prophesy not unto us right things, prophesy deceits. Don't tell us that the Most High is going to destroy us if we don't do the things he told us to do. Tell us it's all going to be all right. Tell us he just knows our heart. Tell us that, come as you are and leave as you came. Deceits. That's these unprofitable children, these lying, deceitful people. Read on.
Verse 11. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Whenever they hear the word of the Most High God being brought out, they say, hey, get that out of here. They proclaim to believe in God, but tell you they don't want to hear his word. It's a trap. Read.
Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word.
Because you despise this word, read.
And trust in oppression.
And trust in oppression. Who is teaching you to trust in oppression? They'll tell you, never mind God's laws, but then tell you to keep every law the white man ever made. Or whatever man it is that rules the country you happen to live in if you watch it from somewhere else. All right? They'll tell you to keep man's laws, man's commandments, and trust in oppression, but not to trust in the most powerful being, loving being that there is in existence. Read.
And trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon.
Trust in oppression and perverseness. And perverseness. These people, man, they claim to be so holy, but then will uphold and defend the most vile and wicked things that you can even imagine. It's honestly sick that they would even do that in the name of the Most High God, or at least the name that they know Him by, if they don't have it right. Read.
Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a branch ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
At an instant. You see that? Death. These are the paths that lead to death. Mark these people and stay away from them. Give me Deuteronomy. Go to 13. Six. 13:6.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13, verse 6.
We'll go down to 10.
If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul.
So anybody that's close to you, whether it's family, your best friend, doesn't matter. Anybody that you think is close to you, if they do what?
Entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods.
Hey, come with me and let's go celebrate the winter solstice. We'll put up a tree, decorate it, give gifts. It'll be fun. If they entice you to go serve other gods, read.
Which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers.
These guys didn't come save us. These guys, these are not our gods, right? Read.
Namely, of the gods of the people which are round about you.
And those are the gods of the people that are round about us. Christmas is the biggest holiday in this country. See that? Read.
Nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth.
So it doesn't matter what it is. If it's something other than the Most High God, read.
Thou shalt not consent unto him.
So we're not supposed to consent unto him. We're not supposed to listen to that. We're not supposed to go along with it. We don't respect their religion. We don't care about their feelings. Read.
Nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him.
Neither shall thine eye pity him. Why? Because he deserves something. Read.
Neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him.
So don't spare him and don't hide him. Read.
But thou shalt surely kill him.
But what does Scripture say?
But thou shalt surely kill him.
Read.
Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death.
See that? Because he or she would have chosen that path of death. That's what the Scriptures say that individual would deserve. Read.
And afterwards the hand of all the people.
Read on.
And thou shalt stone him with stones that he die, because he hath sought to trust thee.
Thrust.
Because he hath sought to thrust thee away from the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage.
See that? Not only did he voluntarily choose the path of death, he tried to drag you along with him. Listen. Stop pitying these people. They are leading you to destruction. They're not doing you any favors, and you're not doing them any favors by entertaining it. All right? The Most High God's not playing. That was 10, right?
Okay.
Give me Luke 19 and 27.
Book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
What color are those words?
Red letter.
Red letter. So that's Yahushua speaking, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. There's a whole religion, which is actually the biggest religion on earth. They call themselves after his namesake, and they don't teach him.
Right.
They don't teach his words. They don't teach his character. They don't uphold what he upheld. He said to slay his enemies before him. That's not who they preaching about in their little buildings, they big fancy buildings. Go ahead and give me Deuteronomy 4:23.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 23. Take heed unto yourselves, lest ye forget the covenant of the Lord your God, which he made with you.
So be careful. Be mindful that you don't forget the covenant that he made with us. We agreed that we would keep all of his commandments and we would have faith in him and wouldn't serve anybody else. That was our end of the deal. Don't forget it. Read.
And make you a graven image or the likeness of anything which the Lord thy God hath forbidden thee.
So make sure you always take heed to that. Keep that in your mind. All right? Give me Job 9 and 24. As I just mentioned, the biggest religion that there is on earth, in the world.
It's the book of Job chapter 9, verse 24.
Path to destruction. Read.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
It's wicked, man. The ways of the masses are wicked. The rulers of this world are wicked. As a matter of fact, it calls Satan the god of this world. See that? And that's not what we're supposed to follow. That's a god other than ours. Our God is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai, who he appointed over us to be our king. All right? Anything else? Death to it. Read Matthew 7. We'll read 18 to 21.
It's the book of Matthew chapter 7, verse 18. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit.
A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Here in the Western world, it's very common for people to recognize the Islamic religion as being bad fruit. Blowing stuff up, they're blowing themselves up, they're, all that craziness. The wild man Ishmael, right? But they don't have that same judgment, that same measuring stick for all these other destructive and horrible and despicable religions and ways of life across the earth. Whether it be Christianity, Catholicism, Buddhism, any of that stuff, man. Hinduism. All that stuff is destructive. Read.
Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire.
So all that stuff is going to be hewn down and cast into the fire. What was on the other side of that narrow path? Fire. Read.
Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them.
By their fruits you shall know them. By their works, what they produce, what they do. That's how you're going to know them. Are they pushing the murder of unborn babies in your communities? That's their fruit. Are they blowing babies up to make a point to somebody else on the other side of the ocean? That's their fruit. Are they teaching you to reach the heights of enlightenment that you first have to be sodomized? Hindus, I'm looking at you. That's your fruit. Read.
Wherefore by their fruit ye shall know them. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
See, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. Christians say Jesus Christ was a great man. Muslims say Jesus Christ was a great man. Even most Hindus speak highly of Christ. Buddhists speak highly of Christ. All these different people know who our God is, who our Messiah is, speak well of him just in regular conversation, but when it comes to actually analyzing what was given to us, what was told to us, they say, nah, throw that away. So they hypocrites or they liars. Either way, it's all bad. Read.
But he that doeth the will of the Father.
He that what?
He that doeth the will of my Father.
He that doeth the will of my Father. Read.
Which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
See that? He's going to cast you out. He's going to say, look, I didn't know you. You didn't do what the Most High God in the heavens said. You just said with your mouth, oh, you know, I love God. Oh, I love Jesus, right? But you didn't show it. You didn't live it. So he doesn't know you. Those are the paths to death. You want life, then choose it. Keep his commandments, right? Give me Jeremiah 48:10.
Look at Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully.
So cursed is he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully. Who stands out in this the most? Christians. Especially, what do they call them? Those prosperity doctrine preachers. The ones that are always talking about, like, oh, you know, all you got to do is give me all your money and God will make you rich.
Wow.
I was going to say those are idiots, but really it's their followers that are idiots. Those are swindlers, man. Those are con men. They're really not that stupid. They know what they're doing. But they're doing the work of the Lord deceitfully. So they are stupid. Sottish children, man. They're foolish. Read.
Cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood.
And cursed is he that keepeth back his sword from blood, right? Give me Matthew 7. I'll read from 13. Down
It's the book of Matthew chapter 7 verse 13. Enter ye in at the strait gate.
Enter ye in at the strait gate. That's that narrow path. Read.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Wide is the gate, and broad is the way. It's a wide open path that leads to destruction. Read.
And many there be which go in thereat, because
many there be which go in thereat, right? All types of people are going into this wide path of destruction. All types of people. The people that make it through the narrow passage are few. So ask yourself this, your beliefs, who practices it? Is it the masses or is it God's chosen few? Read.
Verse 14, because strait is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
Few there be that find it. One thing that people love to use as a scoff against us while we're out on the street is they'll look around and say, hey, you know, look at all these people around. They don't care about what you're talking about. These people don't listen to you. These people aren't following you. Few there be that find it. If everybody that happened to walk by and started listening to us and praising us and saying what a wonderful thing this is and we're going to do it like you're doing it, I have to sit back and question it. What's going on here? Everybody all across the world, all of a sudden. Imagine if we had numbers like the Christians did. That's a dead giveaway that we'd be wrong. It's a dead giveaway that we'd be wrong, but it's a fallacious argument. They appeal to... I don't remember what the title for it is, but basically they appeal to the majority, right? The majority ain't always right. Hell, the United States of America even knows that. That's why it's a republic. Everybody thinks it's a democracy. Everybody get mad when somebody win the popular vote and don't win, you know, the election. Well, it ain't based on the popular vote because the masses are stupid. You people are dumb. Bunch of goddamn idiots, man. Even the white man knows it. You think God don't know it? The wide path is for destruction. The narrow path is for life. Read.
Verse 15. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing.
Beware of false prophets that come to you in sheep's clothing. It's these same idiots, man. These demons, man. These damn devils we've been talking about. That come to you with a smile on their face, smooth words, but they leading you straight to destruction. Beware of them. Read.
But inwardly they are ravening wolves.
Inwardly they are ravening wolves. They'll take all your money. Joel Osteen will take all your money. And then when the hurricane hit, lock the doors to his mega church that he could have housed every homeless person in that city. He didn't open the door till he got all that backlash online. He just didn't want nobody to know. As soon as everybody knew, oh yeah, I was gonna open it. Ravening wolves, man. That will take from you and leave you out to die. Read.
Ye shall know them by their fruits.
You shall know them by their fruits. Read.
Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
That's right. There's a corrupt tree. All it does is bring forth evil fruit. Doesn't matter if there's a smile on the face. It is evil fruit. Read.
Verse 18, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
Right.
Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them.
Right.
Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of the Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils?
Begging him. And didn't we prophesy in your name, cast out devils? Read.
And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
They're walking straight into death, man. So, look, find that narrow gate, that straight gate, that narrow path, get you the kingdom, man. Anything else leads to death. With that, shalom.
SICARRI.
We are the children of the one Yahweh.
The chosen.
Ye are the chosen.